What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is the Real Housewives of Dallas, Season 5, Episode 12. So listen up, you guys. We start this episode off. We have Tiffany having a tea party for her daughter's birthday. You know, she's got the 6-year-old twins, and they were turning 6. And she said, you know, when I was working full time, this would have been something that I would have had to, you know, I would have come home and said, hey, happy birthday, girls. We'll celebrate this weekend, or we'll do something later because mom's got to work. But she said, now that I have this extra day off, I can actually celebrate on my girl's birthday. And so I think that's a wonderful moment to understand that it may not seem like a lot, but that one extra day a week off, it really, really could mean a lot. And so I was here for it, and I appreciate it. We see her go to the hotel. She set up a tea party for the girls at one of their hotels, and so we see the ladies come in, the little girls come in, and she's got their little outfits ready for them, and she even has the makeup artist to come and do their hair and makeup. And she said, you know, I think, you know, they've gotten this thing in their mind where they love getting their hair and makeup done. And I'm like, yeah, because they see mommy do it, you know, they see mommy get her hair and makeup done, and so they're like, oh, I want to do that. And so she's letting them get their hair and makeup done. That's part of their birthday treat, and I thought it was cute. And you could see she was really nervous, you know, when they was putting a little too much makeup. She was like, okay, I think that's enough. Like, I think you're doing enough, you know. Now her mom came through and gave them their birthday treats, gave them $100 each in their red envelopes, honey. And of course they opened it up before, which I found out wasn't polite in Chinese culture, to open up a gift in front of somebody. Which somebody did that to me this weekend. They gave me a gift and they didn't want me to open it up in front of them, and I was like, no, like, I want you to see my reaction. And you know, he was like, no, that's rude, isn't it? And I was like, I never heard that. The only time I heard it was in Chinese culture. I didn't know that was something you weren't supposed to do. I always open up gifts in front of people, and I want people to open up their gifts in front of me because I want to see if they like it. But then I guess I could see it could put somebody on the spot if they don't like the gift. Anyway, moving on. And her mother was like, oh, it's okay, they're kids. And she was like, now see, if that had been me, it would have been a whole other situation. And then, you know, she said, you know, I know it seems like I'm nitpicky about things with my mom. She said, but I grew up with her and I understand that this is bigger than what she tries to make it out to be. I understand how nitpicky she is and what it really means when she says A and it really means B, or that A and B is going to lead to C and D. Like, I get it. And so a lot of people don't see what I see, and they don't understand why I sort of have the caution that I have. And I can understand that. Like, again, it's hard when you're on the outside looking in and you don't necessarily see what other people see. So I get it. They had a good time though, you know. But again, she was, you know, her mom was irritating her. Mother was asking about the job and the benefits, and she was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. When I first told her I was cutting my hours back, everything was cool, but now all of a sudden, now she questioning and she doubled back, and she was like, see, this is what she does. Now the ladies are taking a trip to Oklahoma. Stephanie is sponsoring it. Of course, they are not excited about going to Oklahoma, but again, it's COVID. They can't take these extravagant trips all over the place and getting on all these planes and stuff, so they have to keep it local. So Stephanie is setting it up, and Deandra decides that she's going to call Brandy so that they can sort of clear the air. You know, and Brandy was like, you know, I would like that. I would appreciate that because I like spending time with vacation, Deandra. Like, I don't want you to be mad or me to be mad. I don't want there to be tension because me and you have a really good time together when we're on vacation, and I really, really want us to sort of enjoy the moment, right? So they're going to have a conversation later on in the episode. Now we see Miss Cameron Westcott and her husband, which I thought this was so cute. I'm going to go ahead and finish this whole story out. So remember the whole thing with Cameron and her husband. They had found their dream. Well, Cameron had found her dream house. They had put a contract on the house. They were selling their house. But when COVID rolled around, the sale on their house fell through. So they sort of put a hold on buying the dream house. You know, the husband was like, hey, I'm not going to be sitting here paying 2 mortgages. Like, that's crazy. You know, we might be able to afford to do it, but we ain't about to sit here and do that. And so they put the house on the market. They've been waiting for a buyer. And her husband had told her early on, listen, I'm not going to keep you up on everything that's going on because you got really upset and really depressed when things didn't go well the first time. And I ain't trying to go through that with you again. You know, I'm not trying to have that whole back and forth situation with you again. I really, I'll let you know when it's something to know. So, their house has been under contract, and Cameron sort of found out about it by going to the Zillow app, but she doesn't know all of the details. So we found out that the sale of their house has gone through, and so he's authorized the realtor to go ahead and pull the trigger on the dream house. But he doesn't tell Cameron. He wants to surprise her, and he tells Cameron, listen, I think we might be able to make an offer. So let's go look at the dream house one more time to make sure that we're sure. Now, the reality is he's going to get her there and basically tell her, welcome home. So they're on their way there, and she gets upset. She's like, listen, I can't do this again. If I don't want to go there, and there's a possibility that I don't get the house that I want. Like, I just can't do that. I can't do it. And Cord is like, she threatens to get out the car, tells him, stop the car, I want to go home. She threatens to jump out the car, honey. And so he convinces her to keep going. So they get to the house, and it was so cute. He was in tears when he was talking to her about this being her dream house, and how he really wanted, he made certain promises to her, and how he wanted this for her. And he was almost in tears when he gave her the keys and told her, this is your home. Baby, that house is huge. It's a whole lot of going on with that house, okay? And of course, Cameron was absolutely in love, and she was like, I can't believe that I was yelling at him, and 5 minutes ago I was so angry with him, and now I'm so happy. And so we're here for all of it, right? We're here for all of it. So, oh Lord, Deandra is cooking dinner for her husband, child. She keeps setting off the alarm, and they have a date night. Like, I ain't about to prolong this whole situation. We see them. She said they haven't had a whole lot of, private, intimate time lately. And she cooks dinner for him, and it looks like it's a nice dinner. And, they have their nice little romantical dinner. And then afterwards, they jump in the pool with their clothes on, real spontaneous, like, and have a whole moment. It was sweet. It was nice. Of course, she tells him about the conversation she's going to have with Brandy and all that good stuff, and how she, how she felt about what Brandy said, and, all that kind of good stuff. But ultimately, it was a nice little moment for them. I'm not about to rehash this whole Brandy situation. I don't. So, we also had a moment with Carrie with her daughters. She making Jello shots, and her daughters are like, "So was this a thing? Because like you always making Jello shots. Like, was this a thing when you was growing up? Like." And she was like, "Oh yeah, we love Jello shots with the tequila. Y'all know Carrie gotta have her tequila, honey." And that again, her talking to her daughters about the journey and her being in a better place, and just they're connected. Them being able to connect on another level and connect together. That whole thing. Tiffany went to go see Deandra's mom. She said Deandra is sort of like a second. Mama D is sort of like a second mom to me. She's really been somebody that I could talk to, and somebody that I could be there with. And she's talking to her mom. She's talking to Mama D, about her mother. And she's just talking about how stressed out she is, and how her mother, how she's always struggled to be this perfect daughter for her mom, and how her mom has always sort of forced her into this role, this whole tiger mom situation. And again, I don't want to prolong this, because I've sort of already spoken on this, but she's opening up to Mama D, and just how upset she is, and she's crying, and she's just saying how hard it is to try to live up to that expectation, and how she doesn't want to be that with her daughters, and trying to find that happy medium. Now, I don't know if Mama D is the best person to get advice from when it comes to. I like Mama D, but let's be clear. We know Mama D got some specialities, okay? But she was definitely a good listening ear, and she told her, she said, look, you and your mom just need to talk. Like, you need to just be honest and let your mom know how you feel about, the whole situation, and you just need to talk to her, Now, over to Brandy's house, she's getting ready to head over to Deandra so they can have this conversation and clear the air. While she's doing that, she gets an article from page 6. Page 6 is the headline is Deandra Simmons says Real Housewives of Dallas will address Brandy Redmond's racist video head on. And of course, the article goes on to say how that's something that they're going to deal with episode 1, and everyone has shown love to Brandy and blah blah blah, right? Brandy gets upset. She says, you know, that wasn't her story to tell. That was my story to tell. Why would she speak to page 6? Why would she speak on my pain? Why would she speak on my situation? She sends Deandra a text saying, listen, I'm not in the headspace to talk to you right now. This ain't a good day. She called Stephanie to talk to Stephanie about it. And, Stephanie was like, well, girl, I don't think she meant any harm by it. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think she meant any harm by it. Now, the text, I'm got right here. The text said, I saw you were talking about me in the press, about my racist video, in quotation marks, and I'm very disgusted right now. Not in a space where I want to get together. See you on the trip, right? And again, Stephanie is telling her, listen, I get it that you're upset, but I don't think she meant any harm by it. We see Deandra get upset. We see Deandra even talking to production like, listen, I don't understand what the problem is. They asked all of us questions. All I did was answer the questions. I didn't talk shit about her. I didn't say anything nasty about her. I was saying that we were all embracing her with love, and we were all looking forward to this situation from a loving perspective. Like, I don't understand what I did wrong. I don't understand why she's mad at me. So the next day, the ladies are getting together for the trip, right? They're getting dressed. They got an RV. Brandy is going to drive the RV. She said she watched a YouTube video. Last I checked, I didn't know a YouTube video was sufficient for you to be driving the RV around. But girl, if y'all want to get on the RV with her, if y'all like it, I love it. Y'all do what y'all do. All of the ladies show up, and of course Deandra gets there, and it's a whole elephant in the room. And Brandy lets Deandra know that she was upset. That she said, I feel like you're very selfish. And she lets her know that, I didn't appreciate you going to the media and speaking on my situation. Like, and Deandra was like, all I did was answer a question, and I didn't say anything nasty about you. I don't think that I'm selfish. I don't think all I did was answer the question. And from there, it's to be continued. Like, that's sort of where they left it. They were arguing, and that's sort of where they left it. I don't know, y'all. Listen, we'll see how they drag this one out. All right? Talk to y'all later. Peace.